Okay, now let us take another question on finding the locus of z. It says that mod z square minus 1 is equal to mod z square plus 1. See, there are two methods of solving this one again. I'll be taking the easy route first, and then I'll explain you the normal algebraic method also. Let's see what will be the normal route, normal easy method first of all. It says I can write this as this point, and I can take the square inside also, that is not a harm, and this will be plus minus 1 mod. Okay, so if you observe this thing clearly, very carefully, so this is nothing but mod z1 plus mod z2. Sorry, I just have to erase this off. This is z2. Alright, so if I have to write it like this, this is z2 is equal to z1 plus z2. This is what is in this question, and we know that when this thing happen, that means z1 and z2 are collinear. Okay. Collinear, by collinear what we mean that argument of z1 is equal to argument of z2. So for those who do not know this property, they can just directly learn from now onwards. So that means if this equation is satisfying this thing, that means argument of z square should be equal to argument of minus 1. Let me just write it down. That says argument z square is equal to argument minus 1. Alright, and we know that the property, then whenever there is square inside argument, it can be taken outside. This 2 will come outside. Okay, like a log property. So this will be 2 times argument z is equal to an argument of minus 1. Basically a number lying in the negative will have pi as the argument, because it's lying on the negative x-axis, which have argument pi. So this will become argument z is equal to pi by 2. And we know that if the argument is pi by 2, that means the number will lie on the imaginary line. So the answer is over. You have got the answer. That means the locus of z is imaginary axis, nothing else. Okay, so this was the method you could have done in 3-4 steps only. But many of the students don't know how to solve by this method. So don't bother. But now onwards you should be able to do in this fashion. Just remember this kind of property, that if there is a equality sign, then z1 and z2 are collinear. Now let's see a longer version of it. How to solve these kind of questions by algebraic method. Okay, so this is nothing but mod z1 square. I can write it as z bar plus 1, because we know that the property mod square is equal to z bar. Okay, now if I square them up, I am squaring them. So what this would become, this would be z square bar minus, let me remove this off. Yeah, if I say this will become z square minus 1 by z square minus 1 complement is equal to, and the term would be square over here. Okay, so what will be it? It will be z bar square plus 1 plus 2 times z bar. And if I take the complement inside, what this term would be? Mod z square minus 1, because it will still remain minus 1 because there is no imaginary number. Alright, so it will not be changed. This will it become, I am just first of all multiplying the LHS. So what it would be, z square mod z square. The first time if I multiply, then it would be minus mod z square, then it will be minus z square, then it will be plus 1. And now I am writing down the RHS. This will be z square plus 1 plus 2 times z bar. So these two terms will cancel out. Okay, so the thing that will be remaining with me is, if I take this on the RHS side, so this will be z square plus mod z square plus 2 times z bar equal to 0. Now if you see this thing very clearly, very carefully, this is clearly the square. This is a plus b square, where a is z and the other term is z bar square is equal to 0. That means z plus z bar is equal to 0. And now it is obvious that z will be lying on an imaginary root, because if z plus z bar is equal to 0, that implies z is equal to minus z bar, which says that z is purely imaginary. Okay, so it has to be a purely imaginary number, otherwise it is not feasible. So if it's purely imaginary, for example, let's take z is equal to minus iota, mod z bar will be iota. Okay, then only these two are going to be equal. If you have a real number also in this regard, then they will not be equal. Okay, so this is the longer version, and this was the shorter version of it. You can do by any method, but I'll prefer to learn this method, because by this you will easily remove 1 minute of from the paper, and 1 minute in the paper counts a lot. Okay.